Hey guys, Cage Resell here, back at you with another garage sale video. Yes, this is little Miss Jenna. Today we're going to cover 4 or 5 garage sales. Let's get started. This is garage sale number 1 for this video. This is a church sale that happens almost every year. I think it's St. Luke's Episcopal Church on Goodwood, for those of you that live in Louisiana. This one's a decent garage sale slash church sale usually. I've already picked up a couple items. I'm going to show you my bag in a second. This was one where I was like 5th or 6th, or not, somewhere around that in line. So whenever they let us in, I rushed over to the toys, which is usually where I go. There was another guy there that does video games most of the time, and he was there as well, so I was worried he was going to get some of the toys, but I'm not sure what he got. He got some decent stuff as well, but I was able to grab some Lego, which were underneath those 2 baseball gloves that I showed there. The Lego I've already sold for some pretty good money, at least one of them has, and also got some Playmobil stuff, and the gloves. I think that's all I got so far to put in the bag, but you can see that's the overview of the church sale. They had a bunch of electronics. This is all home goods and kitchen stuff. I don't usually pick up kitchen stuff unless it's something I recognize as vintage or Magnolite or Oneida or something like that, but I didn't see any silverware that day. Really didn't see too many pots and pans. I'm just showing y'all what I see. Is there anything y'all would have picked up at this sale? And now we're going to transition to the next clip, which is from the same sale, just a different part in the sale. I'm going to point something out right here that I did pick up. I don't think I actually showed it. Right there, that little plaque you see? That guy right there is Cherubs. It's some kind of wooden, not wooden, it's plaster, I guess. I'm not sure exactly. I had a wall, I had it hanging on the back. I listed it, still didn't sell it, so I just put it as buy it now. I'll discuss that more in the summary. Looking at some other items as well. I don't see any kitchen items that look good to me for this day, but that's what I picked up. And now we're going to cut to the summary where I talk about what's sold so far, these items I picked up. This is clothing. I do look at the clothing kinda, but clothing that's in tables like that is usually pretty hard to sort slash look through. I like the ones that are actually on the racks. It's easier to look through those like these. I didn't see anything this day that looked good enough to me to try and resell, but usually at these church sales, clothing can be really good. Here's a summary of what I picked up and what it sold. So in garage sale video number 1, you'll saw me pick up a couple items there. I didn't really show it that well. I was one of the first people there, and whenever they let us all in, everybody was rushing everywhere, and I didn't have time to film. Wasn't wearing the GoPro, unfortunately, that day. I felt a little weird wearing the GoPro to a church sale. I've worn it to the recent garage sales I've been to, Peaches to Beaches and the Abita Springs townwide yard sale. So hopefully y'all will see some actual, GoPro footage coming up soon. But these were all before I started doing that. So as you saw, one of the items I showed, there it is. I'm about to say, I know I brought it. I brought a prop. This Academia glove catcher's mitt. This thing is probably worth between $150 and $200. I'll throw up some screenshots if I remember to of the exact. It's APM 43 Academia, which I'd never even heard of that brand before. It sounds like some kind of school-oriented thing, but this is what it looks like. You probably can't read that, but it says Academia. Also found another glove that's worth a decent amount. The best item so far from that's sold is a Lego Zam Wessel. This is a Lego minifigure. He sold for $70 or so. I'll throw the comp up right here of him, but that's a really good find. I also got some other Lego in there that are worth a decent amount of money as well. I also got some, I think it was Playmobil. Little sets of like zoo animals and stuff like that. Those should probably sell for around $80. Paid $5 for the lot of Playmobil, and I paid like $4 for all the Lego. And it was just a tub of Lego. I couldn't see what was in there. I just saw it was a tub of Lego, and I saw some minifigures, and I can't pass up minifigures whenever they're that cheap. Like I've said I think I said that in a previous video I just posted last Thursday. Anytime I see Lego minifigures for cheap, I'm going to pick them up. So, and I also sold some of the other Lego. Just sold them recently for like $42 or so. It was like a Vulture Droid and Anakin Speeder, something like that. I'll throw that comp up as well, or sold comp up as well of sold items. So I love being able to show sold items in this video. And I think that's about it. I did find 1 or 2 other items. Y'all saw me pick up that little the cherub stone. If y'all saw that in the second clip, it was only $1, so I did pick it up. I put it up for auction, and it didn't get any views or bids or anything, so I just put it up as buy it now of like $60 to $70, something like that. I will have to probably slowly lower the price, but I think it was worth paying $1 for it. Y'all kind of saw it in one clip. I think I pointed out in the voiceover, but yeah, that's it for that clip. Let's move on to the next one. This is another estate sale slash garage sale. Y'all see the clowns there? Would y'all pick those up? I think they were like $1 or $2 each. I did pick up one of them. I still haven't listed it yet, so I'm not sure the value, but based on what I looked up, it wasn't really worth too much. This estate sale / garage sale had stuff for pretty cheap. Overall, I probably should have stayed longer. That's my items right there, if you can see them. That LSU chair was also really cool, but I didn't have much room. I can't remember if I was in the Camaro or the Mazda for this day. Camaro couldn't hold that chair. The Mazda could. Sometimes I want to... That's Salad Master as well. Just had to point that out. I didn't pick it up because it was overpriced in my opinion. But here's a summary of what all these items I found are worth, and one of them is actually already sold for a little bit. As you might have seen at that sale, I found some decent items as well. One that I didn't show, you can kind of see it back here probably. I did pick up one little clown for like I think it was $1 for this guy. I'm not sure I should have picked this thing up. I thought they might have some value to them. I think they're handmade. It says Animal Toys Plus from Taiwan, 1982. I couldn't really find any comps on this, so, and the balloons are kind of falling apart, if the balloons were even intended to be with it originally. I don't know. I need to do some more research on that. But the camera that I found was probably worth around $60 to $70. The Jim Shore, I think that Jim Shore figure already sold as like an angel holding a cat for like $25 or $30, somewhere in that range. I'll throw the comp up right here if it has sold, which I believe it has. I think I paid like $2 or $3 for that, and that estate sale / garage sale had some decent stuff in it. It was just overpriced. Like there was some Salad Master stuff. To me, it was overpriced. I've never sold Salad Master because I've never actually seen it before, so I probably should have picked that up, but I just didn't have the knowledge to pay as much as they were asking for it. But this right here is Oneida. I will always pick up Oneida. If you ever see Oneida, you should pick it up. Oh, there's even more down here. I didn't even know there was more down here. That's good. I didn't realize there was extras down here. I saw a little drawer and I just pulled it out. I just got this out of the car, so it's a little cold, because believe it or not, it's actually cold in Louisiana, or cold. It's like in the 60s, 50s or 60s here, which is cold this time of year. But this is Oneida Community Tudor Plate. That is the pattern, if you probably can't even see that. That's the pattern. I gotta look it up and see what it's worth, but it does say 75 here. I offered 50 and she said okay, so she took $50 for it. I think it was worth paying $50 for. And yeah, that's it for that garage sale. Already got the Jim Shore sold, and I think I'll make some pretty good money on this Oneida flatware. Anytime I can find blank media, I will pick it up for cheap. $4 for that Sony, and then I think it was $5 or $6 for that other pack of Sony, the Maxell as well, $2. So I pick all that up along with that new and packaging router, maybe is what it was. I'm not sure exactly what it was. It wasn't really worth. It was new in the sealed, so I picked it up because I figured I could sell it on Amazon. I think it's worth like 30 to 40, so it's really not that great of money. But this is a big, like, I guess community yard sale. Not really. It's like a huge attic trash and treasure sale they do yearly or biannually, twice a year. This one's actually at the Mall of Louisiana, or it was. It was in a closed down store. I think it used to be Dillard's at the Mall of Louisiana is where this was. But you move this around every year. I do pick up that little guy there. This is actually as I'm filming, I picked this guy up. I just actually picked another one up earlier that week for $1, I think. And this one is maybe $1 or $2. No corroded batteries, which is a good thing. I still have to test it and see if it works, but I did pick that guy up as well. I also keep going and I think I find, I'm not sure what I'm about to show next, but I keep going through the sporting goods section. I don't see any golf clubs that looked great to me. I do look at the putters usually, and I'll look for Callaway or some other brand that's really good. Looking at the covers, sometimes you can find sports covers or random animal covers that can sell for decent money. Usually, I've actually had pretty good luck selling golf club covers in the past. I don't think I have any left. I think I've sold all the ones I've ever found. So, you ever find golf club covers? Sometimes they're mixed in with the plush. Sometimes they're just, in the different section. Hats on this day, I don't know if I picked up any of these hats. I do go through a lot of them. They were probably already gone through. I'll discuss in the summary a little bit more about this sale and how it's run and whatever. But usually the hats are picked over when it comes to finding any vintage hats at least. So yeah, that's it for the hats. I do keep looking and I don't find anything. Here's a summary of what I found in there. This sale was the Attic Trash and Treasure Sale in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Usually happens twice a year. Various donations from charities and other areas that might donate stuff. They had a preview day that I actually didn't pay for. You could pay $30 and go like a week early and look at everything. There was still a ton of stuff there. I got there on the day where it was free, and I didn't even, I think I brought my own bag, which everybody's like, oh, that's smart, bringing your own bag. I was like, I've been here before. Usually the carts go pretty fast, so you're not going to get a cart unless you get there right when they open. I think I got there like 9:30. They opened at 9. I still got some decent stuff, as you saw there. Yeah, blank media. Some of that's already sold for, I think, $30 or $40 for the blank VHS tapes, the set of like 4. The set of like 9 Sony, unfortunately, it's not a complete set. There's missing 1 or 2, so I can't sell that on Amazon, very easily. I just put that up on eBay, so it won't get nearly the premium Amazon gets, but it'll probably still sell for $40 or so for that, probably. The Maxell little cassette tapes that go to digital camcorders, that's probably where that already sold for $23 on Amazon as well. The Omega, those little discs that you saw at first with the tape over top of them, those really weren't worth picking up for $2. 2 were empty. I should have checked them. I didn't. My mistake. 2 and the other 3 were already used, so I don't know why they were trying to sell that. Maybe there is some value to those, even if they're used. You can reformat them and use them. I don't know. I'll have to look into them more. I did find that Billy Bass fish for like $1 or $2, I think it was. I don't know on that. Sometimes, those work, they don't work. I didn't actually test it yet. I've been busy since this sale. After the sale, I went to St. Augustine, Peaches to Beaches, and I just got a couple more storage units, so it's just been busy. Haven't really had time to list some of that stuff. I've tried to list a lot of the Peaches to Beaches and some of the Abita Springs yard sale, the good stuff at least, the good stuff. That's where you run into the death pile problem sometimes. You list all the good stuff, and then the rest of it just gets put off to the side, and then you eventually might get around to listing it. But yeah, that's it for that sale. Some pretty good stuff there. Anytime I can find sealed Lego at a garage sale, I will pick them up. $3 for each one of those. They're a little bit almost like the Lego Duplo. I don't think they are, but they're a bigger box and less pieces. I do keep looking at the yard sale. Unfortunately, they were still putting stuff out, even though I got there after they claimed they were open. So I think they were just slow to open or whatever. That happens with garage sales sometimes. It was mainly clothing, and for some reason there was just 2 boxes of Lego sitting there for $3 each. So I did pick up the Lego. I do look at some other items that are here, but on this day, the Lego were the only ones I picked up, and both of those have actually already sold. I'll discuss a little bit more in the summary what they sold for. Here's the summary. This next sale I just happened to go to, it was right after a church sale, I think, and it was right down the road, and I picked up some Lego, sealed Lego. That Mickey Lego that you saw there, paid $3 for it. It sold for, I think, $25 on Amazon, something like that. The other one, the tractor, also sold for like $23 on Amazon. I paid $3 each for those, so that's a good $10 to $15 profit on each one. I'll take that any day. That was a quick yard sale. They were still putting stuff out, but usually whenever people are putting stuff out, I'll ask if they have any more of like what I'm looking for, and if they don't, then I'm not gonna wait there I'm just stare at them waiting for them to put out stuff. If they had like video games or something like that, then maybe I would have waited, but they didn't have any of that stuff. It was mainly just clothing. So that's it for that yard sale. This yard sale was super early in the morning, like 7 a.m., and I think I got there like 6:45. Everything there is free. Those Fox Racing boots, I don't know if they're in the best condition, but they were free. The bike I probably should have gotten, but I wasn't in the Mazda this day, so I did have room in the car, luckily, because all this stuff you're seeing right there is free. That little guy, the Suzuki Rider, the big dune buggy, everything on that side was free. I didn't want to take everything and not buy anything. I did buy a couple items at this sale, one of them being that little stand right there. I'll show it a little bit better in a second. Probably should have picked up those right there. I'm assuming they were working since they were in the actually you had to pay for pile. I should have gotten more stuff at this yard sale. I picked up a really cool little thing for my niece and nephew. I also picked up some aqua pets. Y'all could have probably seen them right there. I'm not sure. The Lego I probably should have gotten. Lego, I have so many right now, and I just don't need to pick them up. Here's a summary. So this last yard sale was an interesting one. I think, literally the first person there. This was one that was probably 20 or 30 minutes away from my house, and it was in the wrong direction from most of the other garage sales, so I was surprised to beat everybody there. Unfortunately, they didn't have any video games. Usually, if you get there first, you have your one shot at video games whenever that happens. But there was, as you saw on the right, it was all free. A bunch of remote control cars and stuff like that. Now, the only problem with that is you have no idea if they work. But I did find some decent items at that yard sale. I only paid like $1 or $2 for them. These aqua pets, I don't think they're worth as much as I thought they were originally. But for only $1 or $2 for them, I picked them up. They do need to be refilled with water, some of them do, so that's why they probably haven't sold yet. But I've got them all listed for around $45 to $50 for each individual one. There were sold comps for those, but it was mainly just like one person that had every single one of those sold, so I'm not sure. But based on like what I looked up on Terra Bacon Worth Point, they do sell more like in the $30 to $40 range. So maybe I need to lower my prices a little bit. If I send out offers and get offers like around 30, I'd probably take them. But that was just $1 spent on that. Also picked up this little crazy maze thing for like $2 or $3 that I'm not sure if I'm gonna try and sell it or not. It's pretty big. I might just give it to my niece and nephew for them to use when they come into town. It's a cool little maze. Like you can use marbles and build it and stuff like that. So it might be fun for them to do when they get a little bit older. Also found like this karaoke microphone thing. I gotta figure out how to break it down to sell it, but it was definitely worth picking it up for that price. Even if I sell it locally for 40, 50 bucks, sells for like 100 online or so. And some of those RC cars sell for pretty good money as well. That Suzuki motorcycle, I have it listed for like 70 plus shipping in non-working condition, which I need to lower the price probably to get it sold. But then there's a dune buggy that was bigger than this screen probably. That thing was huge. There was a couple other items I probably should have picked up. Also got some hats for free as well. I haven't listed those yet either. But overall, that was a great garage sale. Good way to end it. Probably $400 or $500 in profit just from that one sale, including the free stuff, obviously. But even without the free stuff, it was a pretty good sale. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for coming along. Don't forget to leave a like. Comment with your favorite item that I found. Mine's probably going to be that glove. Where is he? Somewhere around here. There it is. This Academia glove. Because, yeah, then you know that was a brand of glove. Now you do as well. So go pick it up if you see it. Thanks for watching.